Thank you, Sudha. So, I know it's been a long day, but we're going to end it with a great note. Now, out of all of you, who has seen Fabulous Lives of Bollywood Wives? Woohoo! And who knows who is coming now? Can we say it louder? Okay, Neelam, do you hear them? All right, let's welcome Neelam Kothari and Seema Khan.
Did the temperature just go up? I think it did.
So we're all coordinated. I was so excited. They flew in all the way from Mumbai just an hour ago, and they're here just for you all. And in fact, they're leaving to Austria tonight. In fact, I'll be joining with them. So it's a packed thing, but they're so sweet enough to join us and to interact with you guys. So thank you again for coming. So we're going to get started. Please take your seat. So firstly, welcome, welcome, and welcome to Bangalore. Neelam has been craving for uttapam. Uttapam, what is that?
No, actually, appams. And Seema's been craving crabs and fish curry. All we're thinking about is food right now.
So we'll take good care of them. So welcome to Bangalore. So we're going to dive into, of course, their experience as two of the incredible women I know, and super sweet. Their journey has been nothing but inspiring, and both of them are not only accomplished in their own way, but also very amazing entrepreneurs themselves. So we're going to dive into this journey. So Neelam, you had such a flourishing career in Bollywood, and you also have started your jewelry line, and that must have been like absolutely incredible, like, you know, the shift to go from being in, you know, industry and acting, and then taking a pause to step back and, of course, raise your beautiful daughter and juggling your jewelry business. Do you want to kind of get into that?
Well, first, before I dive into things, first of all, great to see you all, Bangalore. And thank you, Lakshmi, for having Seema and me here. I think it's a wonderful cause that you're initiating, and more power to you and all you ladies out there. And thanks for showing up as well. Okay, let's dive into it. Yes, I had a career in films. I was part of Bollywood, and then I decided to quit and move over into my family business. Why did I make that shift? I'll be honest. Because everything comes with a shelf life, and I realized that my shelf life is over. And I wanted to leave when I was on the top, and I wanted to be remembered as, you know, the Neelam, rather than just sort of fading away. And that's why I decided to, thank you. And that's why I decided to sort of gradually shift and make this transition into my jewelry business, which is my family business for 4 generations. And that is something that I always knew I would do. And I'm a workaholic, okay? I realized in COVID that I cannot not do anything. And I think for just a small message for all you women out there, it's not about making money or, you know, the materialistic things. I think it's so important for women to wake up in the morning and have a purpose, go out there, do something. It could be, you know, you're passionate about painting or, you know, a small business. But I just feel that women need to get out there and do something for themselves.
That's beautiful. In fact, we were just talking about it in a previous panel, why purpose is so important. Now, Seema, so you are a designer yourself, and you know, in your Bollywood housewife show, we saw how you're so you're coming up with your fashion line, and I love how you're thinking of creating. Do you want to get into that about your journey as an entrepreneur?
Firstly, thank you, Bangalore, for having us. I absolutely actually love Bangalore. I landed and I was like, wow. I mean, it puts every other city to shame. Really, truly, we need to take a page out of your book. Yeah, it's stunning, like, really. Much like Neelam, I have never been able to sit straight. I have ants in my pants, that's what they say. So I have been at it, working, doing designing since I think the age of 16, and I'm still at it. But having said that, I think it's just not just designing. I've tried my hands at a lot of stuff, including Bollywood vibes. Like when it came to me, I think I was the first person who was excited about it because I'm one of those that even Neelam said, it's not about the money. It's more about feeling, the validation for yourself and saying that life is too short and you need to try everything. And what is the worst thing that can happen? You'll fail. But even in that failure, you learn something from it. So I'm constantly learning, and I used to do bridals and couture and resort wear. Then I moved into athleisure and streetwear. I've done my own line of footwear. So there's no stopping me. I've always been an entrepreneur, I think, at heart, and I will continue to do so.
Isn't that inspiring? They're always reinventing and rediscovering themselves, and that's so beautiful. Something that everyone here should also apply and just, just dive into that dream that you have. Now, talking about the fabulous lives of Bollywood wives, it's such a beautiful show. We almost feel like we know you. And the friendship that you share is just so beautiful to watch. And I think that's something that every woman likes to have in their tribe, their mom tribe or their girl tribe. And tell me about that journey and also about your friendship. And I know you guys are like buddies, best buddies. In fact, I mixed up their name and I was joking about it. I was like, Neema and Seema say it so much, like Seelam, see? And so go ahead. It's about your friendship that you both share.
So Neelam, actually, I was a fan. Like all of you out there, I was a fan. I'm related to Chunky Pandey. He's my mom's brother. So as a kid, I was obsessed with her. I would sit outside her van and I'd wait for her and I'd admire her and I'd want to be her. And then little did I know, Kamini's my friend now. One of my besties. Yeah, so it started like that. When I moved to Bandra and when I got married, the first person, I think one of the first people I met is her, and we kind of hit it off. And we've been friends ever since, nudging 30 years now. Yeah, 30 years now. And I think like any other relationship, whether it's a friendship or a marriage or anything, it has its courses, you have to navigate it. Sometimes you drift apart and you come back together. But I think the best part about our friendship is the security and it has a solid foundation. It doesn't matter if, we've not been in touch or I haven't spoken to her or she gets me, I get her, and we pick up exactly where we left off. So I think that kind of friendship is rare, and I think that's important in every woman's life. Pressure-free, and somebody that that no matter what is ready to listen to you.
I think our friendship sort of where we are right now, I think we've seen our ups, we've seen our downs, and I think it's very important with your friends. You have to be yourself, and that comfort level. I think it's very important. Yes, we've worked together, we've done many holidays and trips together. So yeah, like Seema said, our foundation is solid. We may not speak for weeks or months or whatever, but when we do touch base, it's like we, never drifted or whatever it is. Going back to the show, how many of you have watched Fabulous Lives? Wow. It's a chick show. How come you're watching it?
He was one of our panel, and both of them have beautiful children together. They're married, and he loves the show. Yeah.
That's so sweet. Did you enjoy the show? I loved it. I think also the foundation of the four of us, Seema, Bhavna, Mahip, and myself, I think the show also works because it's not scripted. We have been friends for 30 odd years. We've seen our ups and downs together. And I think that comes across on screen also. You know, it's natural because we're comfortable with each other. I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better platform and show, to work together and there are also messages that we've put out there, whether it's about friendships, relationships, husbands, huh? Parenting, yes, parenting, of course. I mean, that's a big one. That's a big one. Yeah, and menopause. Let's not forget that. Yeah, so we've covered a lot of topics in that. And there's always a message in there. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was beautiful. In fact, as you said, just to see the chemistry you guys shared and how you lean in on each other, I think that's something that everybody wants in their life. And you guys built it, and it's not like it's overnight. It's a lot of give and take, and
So I have to tell you one thing. Seema used to be a fan. All right, I hope she still is a fan. And I remind her sometimes when she's like, "Chal hat," I'm like, "Hello. Talk to me with respect. You were a fan of mine."
Yes, but I'd like to add, to have this kind of a friendship that spans over 30 years, it's not the women when they're together during the good times. It's who holds your hands in the lows. It's who you build from. It's who helps you build your life. It's who helps you tackle the issues and just is there for you when you're crying. I think that kind of builds solid friendships more than, it's not a party. It's not the good times. It's always the bad times that solidify your bond with women, and you're willing to have hard conversations. I think that's what I've got from life so far.
So let's talk about motherhood. Now, Seema has teenager, and how old is your other kid?
He'll be 25.
And the other kid?
He just turned 14.
So you have a teen and pretty much an adult, and she barely looks like 20 herself. Can you imagine? So tell me about that, about your journey as a mother and your challenges and how you've been navigating the teen phase and, of course, having that bond with your adult son.
Honestly, I'm still navigating. I have no idea what I do. I wake up every morning and it's a new day. And I don't think you cannot say there's any perfect parent out there because every parent's way of parenting is very different to the other. And no one is right and no one is wrong. It's what works for you. And I think where my kids are concerned, the teenage angst, my older one is now 25, so I forgot. But my younger one, Johan, has reminded me what a hellhole the teenage years are. So I wake up every morning and it's a brand new day. I need to navigate with him, and boys are full of surprises. They're a little different to girls. Girls are more, they settle faster, they listen, they have conversation. Boys are more silent, they internalize stuff, so you have to kind of decode, and you got to learn their language to be on their level. So yeah, I think that's it. I think when I had Nirvan, I was very young. I was not even 24. I was 24. And when I had Johan, I was 35. So that made a big difference as well because I felt like I grew up with Nirvan as well. I was a first-time mom as well. And he kind of gave birth to me as a mom. And I grew with him and I made all my mistakes and learned from that. And I'm still making them.
That's beautiful to hear. And we see the chemistry you share with your son and how you can just have conversation about anything. And that's absolutely amazing, the kind of trust and relationship you share. So how's your journey been as a mother?
So my parenting journey, I've done a complete flip right now. I started off being a very strict mom, okay? Because that is something that, which I've learned from my parents. My parents were very strict. It's a different story. I did manage to join films when I was 16. That's another story. But yes, they were very strict. Mom used to whack us, sofa feet on the sofa, jumping on the sofa, that was not allowed. So I tried to instill that into my daughter. And my husband, Samir, is completely opposite of me. Okay, and he was like, just let her be. He's the most chill dad ever. So I think now she's 12 years old. I think I've done this whole transition and I've done a complete flip because I've realized that kids today, it's a different generation. You need to be their friend. Okay, you cannot bully them. I was bullied. Okay, when I was young. Okay, but that's how it was. You listen to your parents. Now I just feel that children, they want a reason. Why can't I do this? Why should I do this? You know, yeah, you get it, right? This new generation. In fact, I am learning so much from my daughter, who's only 12. It's a different story. What she's learning in school, I don't understand anything, to be honest. Thank God, you know, Samir is the one who helps her with her science and her maths and everything. Yeah, so it's challenging also being a working mom. Okay, I think moms out there who are working, and sometimes you need to travel, and you know, you need to leave your children behind. That mom guilt is something which I need to get over, and this trip that we're all doing, you know, we three of us are going to Austria after this tonight. And, you know, we're taking time out and just, you know, having this trip for yourself. I've never done it. And I think it's so important to do that.
Me too. I'm super excited about our trip tonight. In fact, I have to go rush up, pack our bags, and we're heading straight to Austria for some really much needed girls trip and little me time and just detox. And as you said, it's always hard to leave family behind. But I think taking those few days for ourselves will only make us so much better when we go back to our families. So with that, would audience like to ask some questions? I know there are a lot of people who want to, yeah.
Listen, if I knew I had to dance, I wouldn't wear these stilettos. As long as you dance with me. Okay, done.
Do we have the music for that?
Yeah, does anyone have that? Do you have that song?
Which song is it? Okay, well, the guys, I think we'll end it with that probably.
Okay, I mean, you brought this up, and the only reason I discussed it is because I had a gun to my head. I wasn't given any option. They said, listen, this is real stuff, you know, it's putting out a message out there, and it's helping other women, you know, that this can happen to anybody. So my message and how did I deal with this, I think it was the hardest phase of my life. It was something which, it broke me, honestly. And I don't have any advice to give because, you know, how I dealt with it and how someone else would deal with it, it's just very individual and it's very personal. And you know, I don't know. I just have one thing to say. If you're going through something, it's fine for people to say, oh, it's fine, move on with your life. No, I think people make that mistake. I think you need to take time out and time off and deal with your pain and heal. Because if you don't, it's going to keep on, you know, nagging you. I think you need to just sort of, you know, heal from it completely. So I went underground, you know, Seema will know. I mean, I just went underground for like about a year and a half, and yeah, I healed.
Yeah.
Hi, good evening, Neelam.
Hi,
Seema.
what's your name?
I'm Saugata, and he's my husband and partner, Mayank. So one question which I had, and we are also fathers, and we have a son and a daughter. They are 4.5. And one of the things that we feel, like you talked about taking time out and spending time with your own self and with your partner, one of the things which we feel lately is guilt. Whenever we go out together, like the two of us leaving our kids behind, our parents also live with us, both our parents. So while we know that they are in good hands with their grandparents, yeah, full family, hum saath saath hai. So I think, but when we know that they are in good hands with their grandparents back home, but we kind of tend to miss them, right? Miss them terribly, and more often. Just lately, we'd taken we'd gone to a resort, the two of us together, and it was meant to be a weekend getaway for the two of us only. And we go there and we see other parents coming with their kids, and we started missing our kids so badly that we called people home, and they said that drop our kids to the resort. We were there in Bangalore itself, so we could do that. But do you think that this real, and if for parents, how important is it to take some time out between the two of them and not feel guilty about it, particularly when your kids are younger?
I understand where the guilt comes from, and the missing is absolutely normal, because every experience you have, your child is always occupying a space in your mind. You're sleeping, awake, whatever you may be doing through the day in your life, your children are always on your mind. Your thoughts go to them, if you've noticed, constantly. So having said that, I look at it this way. You want to teach your children something. So when you have a solid relationship and you take time out and you're happy, that's what you're teaching them. So that they know that when they become adults, that's what love is. That's what a relationship is supposed to mean. That's how it's supposed to be fulfilling. So instead of looking at it like guilt, you look at it from another spectrum and you say that, that's how I look at it. Like when I go to work and I have to leave my kids behind, my younger one, I explained to him, but what I'm trying to teach them is, whether it's I'm going to work, Mama has a job, it's a responsibility, and I'm teaching them discipline and responsibility. At the same time, even though I'm divorced now, and they're going between parents, what they have to understand is that that's not what marriages are supposed to be. You have to believe in love. So however you lead your life is what you are imparting and what you are teaching. It's their foundation for their future relationships.
So my take is, quite frankly, that guilt will never go away. It'll never go away. There's nothing that you can do to make that feeling disappear. And I think as a parent, we feel it more actually than them. Like now I'm leaving my daughter for 12 days. And I was like, baby, I'm really sorry. This time it's really not work, but this is a trip that I'm doing for myself. So she turned around and told me, you know what, Mom, you need it. So for me, that was it. I'm still feeling guilty. The guilt is there. But I think we feel it more, and we miss them more than they miss us. And she's like quite thrilled. She's like, Mom, I'm going to sleep in your room and I'm going to watch your TV and I get the room all to myself. So she's too happy that I'm going, actually.
Same thing with my kids. All the 3 boys are like, party time. But here I'm like feeling guilty and I'm like, okay, maybe I should have some fun too.
Wait till you reach that stage where they tell you that, can I get some privacy, please?
I'm hearing that. Like, it's my oldest is 14. I'm hearing that. Now, one quick question. We're going to end it because it's almost time. So I'm going to wrap it up with 2 questions. What's been like a funny story from your experience as mothers? I'm sure there are plenty that we have. Something that you would like to share that's you experienced with your children. Any funny story, funny experience that with your, any stories that you would like to share?
I can't think of any funny story.
Or what's your trick up your sleeves that you use with children? Some tips that you want to share with moms.
I think for me with boys is I learned the urban lingo. I'm constantly Googling it, but you have to speak to them in their language because sometimes I get a message, WID. Now I know it says, what you doing? So I know, IDK. You have to learn that. So yeah, so I'm learning a lot more. Like he says, Mama, no cap. I'm like, who's cap? Who's cap? Cap means don't lie. I'm like, okay. So I think, with children, you have to, like Neelam said, be their friend and relate with them at their level. And I think that's something that is an endeavor from my side every day. But it often leads to my faux pas from my side and they laughing at me. So I'm a laughing stock.
And what's your message to moms?
So I mean, when Ahana was growing up, okay, listen, it's just normal that husband and wife, as partners, you fight, you argue. Earlier, I used to wait till she goes to bed and then I used to blast Samir. Now, I mean, I don't wait for her to go to bed. She's witness to our fights, arguments, and she's like, geez, you guys fight like kids. So I think we as parents I think kids today are so matured and they get it. I think we sort of try and protect them so much, and I think it's just, the kids of this generation are just made differently. So don't worry and don't stress.
Just enjoy motherhood. And you're doing the best you can. And no one's perfect. We're all trying to figure out. And that's the beauty of motherhood.
Kids can't be you. I just feel in today's world, you have to let them be and develop their own personalities. We're constantly trying to make them the way we were brought up. But they're different individuals and they have their own journey and their own path. All you can do is empower them. But I think let them be themselves and shape their own personalities. And it's okay to be different from us.
Thank you so much. So there's so much that we can talk to them about, but I know it's getting late and they've just come from a journey, and so any...
And Seema's crabs are waiting.
Yeah, exactly. So with that, we're going to end this session. So thank you so much for joining us and taking your time off to be with moms.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Thanks for having us at the Mom Power.
Thank you so much, all of you as well. Just one announcement. Himalaya, baby, our sponsor us. If you go to the booth, they have goodies for you. Please pick them up and pick up a bag of Flyberry. Only one per person, please. That is what I wanted to say. Did you have, a question?
Sweet.
Thank you.
Sweet
We love you too.
16.
Nobody's going to believe your age. Nobody. At least I'm never going to. Amazing.
But I'm not far behind. I'm 34.
She just turned 17.
Yeah. I think it comes from a lot of healing as well, giving yourself space and healing, and that, brings you, that doesn't let your youth melt away. So that's
And
one
also
of the
the
secrets you're
energy
going to
they
take away.
have, the
Yes.
attitude towards life is just so beautiful.
Yes. And it shows, like, stress is great, but if it goes to, above a certain level, then you start looking 65 at 16 as well. I see young people, they're so isolated. Everyone's been waiting for you all morning. Everyone's coming up to me and asking me, when's Seema coming? When's Neelam coming?
So we are going to take pictures, but just one request, just make sure that you're here. So we will, you can ask a question. Yeah, go ahead.
You want me to give her the mic?
Just...
You are very right.
Secret
That
of your
is so
friendship.
true.
Have you got any secret to spill? I think you said it, like, where it's not about the good times, but it's about the bad times when you forge them in just better
I
strength.
think it's all about what you've been through together and the time and the comfort level. Like if a friendship has to be stress-free and it has to be a place where you unburden rather than take on that stress. For example, if we're planning to go out at night, for example, and which very often I don't feel like going, I don't take it personally. I'm like, okay, I was expecting that, and you're still okay, what I'm trying to say is that you need to let the person be, and even time then does not ruin that.
I'll just circle it off. Right. So this morning we started with what we need. We need community, whether it be in the way of sister or a friend or a group of strangers. A community will do wonders for you. Empathy, it's really important to tolerate your very best friend as well, because it's easy to, let your relationships drift apart.
It's almost like a marriage, right?
Yes, exactly. Everything takes work. Friendship, finance, fitness, everything takes a lot of work. And as one of the gentlemen dads asked, it doesn't just happen quickly. And when we aim for quickly, we give up easily because we're more focused on the destination than the journey. So enjoy your journey wherever you are. And please be mindful from the moment you brush your teeth to the moment you go to bed. And that is the answer to all of your questions. What am I eating? Who am I talking to? What am I consuming? Whether it be social media or your own friend, right? You get negativity from your inner circle as well. And the more you're aware of yourself, the more you will be able to understand your own path amidst the noise, despite of or in spite of. Thank you so much,
And
Lakshmi.
they say that you're sum of 5 people you hang out with.
Yes.
So surrounding yourself with right kind of people and women who resonate with you, who are positive and who uplifts you is so critical. And I think that's what's special about all of you, all 4 of you. So you just get it. And I think even the mind is just the mindset end of the day. So with that, Mom Power Conference 2025 is a wrap. So we'll see you next year.
Mom Power 360. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. Thank you so much, all of you.
So I know we're gonna take a picture. If you guys could line up here. We'll, just line up here, and they'll be, if you guys, we'll take
one row can sit down. This row close to the stage can sit down.
Okay, so Mom Power 2025 is a wrap. Woohoo! All right, guys, thank you so much. They're exhausted too, so let's be respectful of the space. But thank you so
very
much.
everybody. You make this happen. Thank you so much.
Mom Power 360, an empowering community for moms just like you and me.